you ever get it crisscross. Bet against me, that's a big loss.
Tonight, from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis.
It's the marquee game of opening weekend, and off we go on a Sunday night on EA Sports.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Minnesota's offense and QB Kirk Cousins set to go here.
And one nice thing you can always say about Kirk Cousins is that he's consistent. Always puts up nice numbers each and every year. And if there is a downside to his game, it's been the lack of playoff success. All in all, though, a formidable starting quarterback at a time in the league where it's tough to find your franchise guy.
Now he dumps this off over the middle, and they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Off the play fake, Cousins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Throwing, Cousins, looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower, and he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. First look at the Cowboys offense as Dak Prescott gets ready to guide them.
It's been a lot of fun watching him advance in his career. Many people question his ability to throw the football coming out of Mississippi State. He's conclusively answered that question. In addition, a very strong runner and an even better leader.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Prescott over the middle, complete. That's Schultz. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Here's Prescott, and that will be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
A gain of 6 there on first.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
On play action, Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Cousins gives way to Cook, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Cousins. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Well, they obviously red man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then it curls back inside for the completion.
On 2nd down, it's Cook again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And that is incomplete. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. This from 54 yards away. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. He finds his target. It's Schultz. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A first down throw for Prescott. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack.
Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. A give to Elliott. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. 7th play of this drive coming up, and a long way to go on third down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays, yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Second down, they go right back to Cook. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Cousins now from the 50. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Now Cousins. He'll dump this off to Cook. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Throw caught there by Osborne.
And he will have a Vikings first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. Nothing after 1 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A give. This is Cook. And he's got some space here. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 58 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
First red zone chance now for the Vikings. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Cousins now. Throw left side complete. That's Simmons. Touchdown. A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Vikings have taken the lead.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Tristan Vizcaino for the extra point. So he missed his lone field goal try, but he's got this one as that extends their lead. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays, and it's polished off by a Viking score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Dallas offense set for this next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. Shedding the tackle. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Oftentimes, when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Powerful running. And he's got this down to the 35.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Pollard. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Prescott on first down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dalton Schultz there to make the grab. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
No going for two. They'll kick the point after. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Kirk Cousins now gearing up to lead this offense back out there. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw, Cousins. Complete, Jefferson the target. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Throwing is Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Back to the ground, Cook. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 75 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. Shedding through the defense. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Prime real estate after that last run, found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. On 1st down, it's Cook, and he's going to get this one down inside the 15. Now we'll look at Smith. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Cook running right.
Oh, nice move. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Handoff comes to Cook. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. From the gun, here's Cousins. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. K.J. Osborne there to make the grab. And the Vikings have once again taken the lead.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Off the play fake, Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete. 2nd and 10. To throw is Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Schultz. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 24-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
first and 10. Prescott got an open man, the tight end Jarwin. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll throw again. Prescott got his man there, complete to Gallup. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
From down at the 12, it's first and 10.
Prescott to throw it. Now he's forced out right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott.
Open man, right side, it's Lamb.
And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds, because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott.
And the Cowboys have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. So that really an almost perfect drive as they chew up some clock and wind up scoring late in this first half.
And remember, they've got a chance to double dip here because they're going to get the ball first to start the third quarter. So they potentially could go up 2 scores before the other guys get a chance to do anything.
Now for the point after. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive as they'll take over with just 13 seconds to go before the break.
Cousins on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Simmons. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Cousins now to throw on first down. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Final play of the half. Cousins throwing the out route incomplete. That's Simmons. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Aaron Rodgers with 3 touchdown passes in the Week 1 victory. From there, it's up to Highmark Stadium to check in on the Bills. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. Joe Burrow, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. And finally, a good one scheduled for Monday Night Football between the Washington football team and the Philadelphia Eagles. In the game you're watching, you've seen a strong first half out of Dak Prescott. His guys lead, though by only a field goal. Still anybody's game. As we send it back to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this third quarter. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. First down, Prescott. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Prescott. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Elliott. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. To the air again, Prescott. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. The linebacker, Jordan Hicks, flying in there for the sack.
He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys in the secondary as well? Kept the coverage tight, plastered to the receivers, and left no real options for him to throw it downfield.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out, and now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And it would appear he's going to be short of a first down as he stopped right around the 29. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. "44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Now Dak Prescott and the offense heading back onto the field. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter. Good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. You said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
And these two hooked up on a nice gain to play before, and I always admire play callers that see a play that works and go right back to it, so they went right back to him. The reward, they're set up with 1st and goal.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now a give here to Pollard, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard, a 5-yard touchdown run, and the Cowboys will add on to their lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Dalvin Cook taking the field for the Vikings' next possession. He is knocking on the door for 100 yards in this ball game.
And it's so important. It doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal. Just short of it, a little bit over. A little bit over feels better to everyone. Offensive line, running back, team totals, just something magical about breaking that barrier.
He's right there on the doorstep now. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 10. Cousins, and down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Cousins. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
The Vikings send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Taking it about the 36. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Dak Prescott of the offense heading back onto the field. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if he can drive the bus here again on this drive.
Options galore here. Second and a few inches.
Prescott now. Over the middle, complete. That's Schultz. And he's got this down to the 35.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On second down, Elliott. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
50 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Schultz.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
2nd and 3 from the 9.
Throwing, Prescott.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now Prescott. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. And the move from Mike McCarthy is going to be to keep the offense on the field here on 4th down. They're going for it. Running with Elliott. And a great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs, because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Cowboys are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on our side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments. And you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half, it gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination. That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 44, Cousins. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Osborne. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 30. Cousins to throw it. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It'll be a 51-yard attempt. And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the 4th quarter. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 73 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. The give is to Elliott. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Washington. And for the second time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. This from 54 yards away. And his kick here is good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Open man is Osborne. He's got it. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Third and short yardage. Cousins got an open man, finding Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
To the air again, it's Cousins. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Micah Parsons. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
Cousins throw complete there to Johnson. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Now Cousins to Jefferson on the slant. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the 1st. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. He'll find Smith-Marset complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big connection on that one. 37 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
On 2nd down now, it's Cook. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. On 3rd down, Cousins setting up the screen for Cook. And they'll get him down short of the 1st down, right on the 10-yard line. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, That's a win for that play.
Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. It's complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson from 10 yards out. And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Well, 4th quarter touchdown there, back to a 2-score game, but time is not their ally.
No, it's not, partner. They still have a pulse, but it's probably a little weak right now. A lot of things have to go right in these final 2 minutes plus for them. I think they have to be thinking onside kick here, and we know how difficult those are to recover.
The point after is good, and that cuts this lead down to 13. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told, and it's polished off by a Viking score. And the Cowboys are able to recover. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. On 2nd down, Elliott once more. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Here's Prescott. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Again, it's Elliott. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Prescott, he goes down to a knee, and that should just about do it. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Dallas, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they'll return home next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.